Hello orienteering friends, welcome to the video from this is like a national championship race. They created races also for us models, so I was able to race in my category H45, which was great and I appreciate it. And this video has also a bit of a preference over other videos because my wife wanted to see it. So here to the first control, obviously I wanted to run straight, just take a bearing and then go straight to control 1, which I did. And at the beginning all was fine, but then there is this small narrow ride that basically leads to my control, and I didn't recognize that narrow ride, so I ended up on that small path. At the end there is some sort of a bend of this path with small clearing, and that's where I stopped. So this was my first mistake, a very good beginning of the race, let's say. Right now I'm on the narrow ride, I could just go on. No, I continued. I think something's not right with me. It's happening more often than I would like. Anyways, now I'm getting to this small path here, and at the clearing I realized that I'm wrong. I corrected myself and then found the control, but honestly, like, you know, at this point I should already have been at the control, so which is like a minute, and now I'm going back, so yeah, I'm probably losing like or 2 minutes, so yeah, now it's 30 seconds, so I lost probably at least 30 seconds here just by this mistake, maybe a little bit more, because I'm not a very fast runner. My running got worse lately. I'm not training as often as I used to do. I'm now more focused on other sports, let's say. Control 2 was easy. I ran back to that clearing around this vegetation boundary, and then I was trying to look for this shallow valley. I think I was able to see the control from afar, so it was really easy. Control 3, again, fairly easy. My focus was now on those non-runnable forests, so I was looking at them. I saw them in the distance, and I was going to the edge of this non-runnable forest, and I wanted to go through one of these narrow rides. They were sort of sketchy, like to hit the middle. I wanted to hit the middle one. I'm not sure I was successful in that, but in any case I was still having this non-runnable forest on my left, and yeah, here the narrow rides, they were not really runnable anyways, so yeah, it didn't matter. At the end I think I decided to go inside one of these slightly more runnable forest than in the narrow ride, because there were much more branches in the narrow rides than here, but finding the control here was easy. I just, you know, slowly continued till I saw it. It was this very shallow, like a depression, so very easy. And to control number 4, again, I would say it was easy because if you are able to take a good bearing, and at this point I was able to do it, I took a good bearing here, then you hit that non-random forest and that's it, right? And also you have some other things like this, what was it? Temporary water line. Usually it's just empty. Here I was mostly focusing on the non-random forest in front of me. Obviously I wasn't super precise and I didn't hit the shallow depression here precisely, but again, when I stepped into this small forest, I saw the runners leaving the control, and then I saw it, so it was not that difficult here, this control. Also, control number 5 seemed like an easy one to me, but I made a terrible mistake here. So here I wanted to go straight, basically. I took a bearing, went straight, and so far I'm doing good. It's the beginning of this leg, so anyways it doesn't matter. But then when I crossed the road, then it became a little bit more sketchy for me, let's say. First of all, I think I didn't know exactly the point where am I at this road. I was only guessing, and then because of that I think I took wrong bearing, and I started deviating from this bearing more to the left. I think I should have been going more to the right, and I should have tried to, you know, follow these green patches of like in the map it's like hatched green, and that line could lead me better to my position that I needed. And here I started thinking, okay, so which clearing is this and that? So at this point I remember I wasn't so sure if if the clearing on my left is the one. And then I came to this tree and I thought, okay, maybe this is the significant tree near the control, and I need to go slightly to the right here. I'm not sure why I was going this direction, where I should have gone basically to the right. I think I misread the map and I thought that the control is some sort of hill instead of depression. So I was heading to this sort of a small hill, small bump, and that was my mistake, you know. I wasn't able to correctly read the contours here, And now I was like lost, and I came to, then I met some guy who was also lost. So there were two people lost, and they got even more lost, which is so funny. Now I'm pointing to the, maybe to the correct direction, but I'm not sure. I wasn't thinking, you know, here I was more discussing with this guy instead of thinking and looking around me and in the map. For example, here I could have guessed that there is this clearing on my right side and I should go back. And, you know, also there is this narrow ride. I'm at the narrow ride, which is, now I'm probably pointing, I don't know where I was pointing. Why am I running this way? I don't know. Maybe I thought it's still that I should go further. And then I saw this in the distance. I saw this non-runnable forest. And I thought, okay, it must be that non-runnable forest. So it must be behind it. So I still should, still continue. But then this guy stopped me and he said, but no, we must go back. Yeah, so it was all weird here. I wasn't paying attention to the details probably, and I wasn't able to find myself on the map, and I was confused by these non-runnable forests that are on my left now, so behind that big road. And because we were both lost and discussing, I wasn't able to, you know, properly focus. I came to a mode where I was more like discussing possible position. And yeah, we both made mistakes, both were unsure. And I think at some point I finally, at this road, I finally noticed that in the distance there is a feeder for animals. And then I realized that we are too far and we have to go back. Yeah, this is the non-runnable forest at the edge of the map. And I thought that it's the non-runnable forest on like on the top of the control 5, you know. If you go from control 5 into the slope, then there is also a non-runnable forest, and that's what I was thinking. Now probably I finally realized that we are too far and we have to go back. And I saw that feeder, so I started running back. Not sure why I'm waiting so long. Here I guess yeah, maybe I was trying to verify something. I don't know. But this guy was also still talking something to me, so now finally I'm going the right direction to control number 5. Here is the significance tree, and I also realized that it's like a small valley, so then it was more clear that I'm not supposed to look for some kind of hill. I was a little bit pissed at this point that I didn't see this control because it was sort of behind the tree. But then later on I realized that I was too far to see this control when I was approaching the control, so I wouldn't have been able to see it anyways. And here comes again a mistake. Probably I wasn't really focused, and I ran straight to the first non-random forest that I saw. Although, you know, control number 6, clearly the non-random forest starts with that feeder, so I'm not sure why I'm, you know, I think it was some sort of like I did a mistake to control 5. I wasn't focusing. I was trying to catch up with, you know, to, you know, start to run fast, start to push. Here I was already expecting the control, and when I didn't find it, I was like, oh, stupido, you were at the wrong non-runnable forest, you know. Here I'm maybe climbing even more than I should have. And I realized that next to the control there is this gamekeeper post, and here it wasn't, so I realized that I have to pass the non-runnable forest here. And funny enough, this guy was also so lost and unconfident that he just followed me, you know. It's ridiculous. He should have been thinking for himself, that way he could avoid this stupid mistake I did. Fortunately, at least I was at the elevation already, and I didn't have to, you know, climb up. Again, the only difficulty was the vegetation here. Foliage. I hope I'm saying it right. Saying it right, not right. I'm not writing. I'm right. Now it's clear that the control must be here, around this gamekeeper post. And yeah, to control number 7, that was basically follow the contour here. And here I didn't do any mistake. The only difficulty here for me was getting the distance right. I was expecting that narrow ride that is like perpendicular to my direction, and that goes from top to bottom of the hill here. I was expecting it probably a little bit sooner than I got there. So if you want, you can now just skip it to control number 7. Yeah, here you probably noticed that I was going a little bit slower here. At the end, I remember I wasn't super sure, but I saw the people, so I thought, okay, maybe I'm still good on a right track. So I found the control number 7 without any issue. Also, control number 8 was easy. There is this non-runnable forest, so I took a bearing and ran straight to the edge of this non-runnable forest, and then behind it was this ditch. I don't know, maybe a ditch. So that was easy. Here to control 9, I think I did a mistake. I decided to go through the non-runnable forests. I think I should have gone around them to the left. Here at first going straight to the edge of the fenced area, that's clear, and I think that makes sense. But then going through the non-runnable forest wasn't that good idea, because you can get easily lost here. And as you noticed, also at this point the light got darker, you know, like heavy clouds came. I think I could already hear some thunders coming from the distance, but at this point it wasn't raining yet. But here I think the best solution was to go down and around these non-runnable forests. Instead I decided to go through them. I thought, okay, I'm good, I will do it. And it sort of worked out. I wasn't that bad in the navigation here, although you can see it as a totally dark, because it was dark and I was in a non-runnable forest, and my camera settings are more set towards a sunny day, and so that's why the video is so dark. Now this is not my control, obviously, and here I think I got a little bit distracted by the runners and a little bit unsure where I am, but I still kept going. I thought I got it, so bear with me. I will get through this mess. I saw that there are like a small clearings, and then that I can use them to navigate. I'm not sure where I was. That's clear, but I knew that at some point I have to go down. So here I was looking, and I went down correctly, but as I said, I wasn't 100% sure where I am, and that led to this mistake where I decided to go back to the left instead to the right, to the direction of the control, and basically lost another minute just by going there and back. Yeah, here for me it was like a 50-50 chance, and I think I could have stopped here, but I didn't know where I am, to be honest. That was the mistake. And that's why I think that this decision going through the non-runnable forests was bad. I should have gone around it and come from this direction yeah, now I realize that I'm too far and I need to go back. So I started running back and then found the control. It was sort of hidden, but since I already sort of knew where I am, I think I properly guessed the distance here, and I came right to it. Yeah, here it is. So yeah, another minute here, maybe minute and a half, and at this point it started raining a little bit. Control number 10 was easy, let's say, because it's near that fenced area, but my confidence at this point was already sort of hurt, and I was not 100% sure where I am, so then I did a small mistake here. I looked at the control number, I looked in my descriptions, and then when I passed this non-arable forest, I was like, okay, what was the number and what's my number? And because I didn't remember it, I went back, checked on the control again. So yeah, another like 30 seconds, maybe a minute. Yeah, that's the point where I was like, okay, what was it? 42, 43. So I went back, checked the control, realized that no, I'm going to control number 42 and this is 43. So here I could have just followed this guy, but yeah, I was trying to think for myself as well. So here it was sort of easy. I was just trying to get to this fenced area from there, and from there to get to the control. And yeah, so here is the fence, and then I realized that I have to go down a little bit, and then here is the control. So, and the guy, he had the same control. Yeah, so now I started going across the hill to the area where the start was, but at this point it started really rain, like a storm. Actually, when I came home after this race, my son told me that it was hail falling down the sky in the town where I live, which is nearby this area. So for me it was something special, because I wouldn't say I know this forest well, but sometimes I go here and run around this hill, along this road. So it was very nice to me to be able to run orienteering in this area. So here from this fenced area, part, I just went down and I was trying to get to these narrow rides. And as it was raining, the rain was, making more. The rain was making it more difficult for me to read the map, and also the sweat was mixing with the rain. So and it was going into my eyes, so it was very salty and irritating to the eyes. I'm not sure why I'm running again in this non-runnable forest, because I think again the narrow rides were you know, like full of branches. Now I got to the edge of this non-runnable forest, and yeah, here there was this small path, and from here I took the bearing and went straight to the control number 11. Here I'm, you know, struggling with the rain and yeah, taking a bearing. Usually that takes me a long time, like 10-15 seconds. So I'm not very fast in navigation. Sometimes it's, you know, but it's better than getting totally lost like to control number 5. It's better to keep the focus, and although I'm a bit off, the direction is fine. Here is this small path, small narrow ride that basically leads to control number 11 that I saw in the distance. I'm not sure what was it. It was probably some small depression here. Control number 12, what can I say? Yeah, well, I took a bearing to that non-runnable forest and then around it to that clearing. So it wasn't difficult. The difficulty here was the rain, probably, I guess. So if you want, you can skip it, or you know, go a little bit faster with YouTube. As you saw at the, you know, when I was hitting the attacking the control, I wasn't super fast. I was, you know, slowing down, taking my time with looking around and properly navigating, which was a good thing. I found the control without any issue. Here I used some of the narrow rides to just go around. I should have taken the bearing better. As you can see, I'm way too off my direction. Now I'm a little bit correcting it because I saw the fenced area there. But still, I'm not sure why I'm running like this. Here is the vehicle path, that's fine. Now I should have been going more to the left. But actually this is not a bad idea. I came to this small path and I could have just follow it. Let's see what I'm going to do. Yes. No. Okay. Well, I'm going back. Oh, well, maybe I thought that I ran too far. I didn't even notice that stone here. But I was looking for a depression, so when I saw that, like, different sorts of trees here, a small greenish area, like I thought maybe that's the thing. And here I'm back at this small path. I think I'm lost a little bit here. As you can see, I'm losing time, but somehow I kept going. I thought it must be around this, you know, like a swampy thing, swampy looking area. And that basically led me to the control. Now I was quite sure that it must be somewhere here. I probably saw it. And yeah, fine. So now to control number 14. I think I was lucky, I must say. I took a bearing, of course, but then I went through these greenish patches of non-renewable forests, and I saw some other guy who I met between control 4 and 5, so I started running that direction, and then I was overtaken by some younger guy, so I just followed him, and that guy basically led me to control number 14. So yeah, this guy, yeah. And yeah, from control number 14 to 15, that was easy, and it was basically the last not basically, it was the last control. Control 15 was the last. So there was a path basically leading to that control, and everybody was going that direction anyways, so you can speed it up now if you want. And what could I say? Well, I was not happy about control number 5. That was a stupid mistake, I think. Here I'm trying to clear the camera of the rain. And yeah, control 9, sort of okay, but when I looked at it now, I can say that it would have been better to go around this narrow rides and not the way I did it. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video a little bit. The nice part was the rain and the storm, or the interesting part, you know. So I hope you enjoyed it as well. I will try to make the thunder parts more like I will make them more noisy, let's say, so you can hear it and enjoy it. And see you next time. Bye bye.